Memorial Day is over, so we gotta get ready for the next big holiday. You know what that is, don't you? That's right, the 4th of July. And you know what that means, don't you? That means them regular ass hot dogs on the grill with them regular ass condiments, mustard and ketchup and that nasty ass sweet relish. Every year it's the same damn thing and we sick of it. So this year I'm putting this out early so you'll have enough time to comprehend what's going on and get yourself ready. Because this 4th of July, we doing it big. All right, family, as you can see, we have the American Wagyu ground beef. Now, we are going to do things a lot different on this episode of Yes Chef. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this out. We're going to cover it with some more saran wrap. I already have some down there, as you can see. And we're going to go ahead, flatten this out really nice. All right, now that's pretty flat. So we'll take this off. Now I will introduce my hot dogs. So I have 2 of the Nathan's hot dog, and then I have the beef hot dog from Sam's Club. And so we have some bacon here as well. We have 3 slices of bacon. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and wrap these hot dogs with the ground beef. Now, don't need this to be thick at all. Just need to cover the hot dog and be done with it. You got that hotter than a summertime in July, time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again, oh my. You got that hotter than a summertime in July, time magic, and I got to have it. Ooh, baby. You're my sugar dripping, chocolate covered waffle cone. No, I can't leave that boy alone. Need a taste up in the morning. Okay, so we have all of our hot dogs wrapped in the Wagyu and the bacon. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go onto the patio and we're gonna use the gas grill, okay? I have my grill grates on there, gonna be ready to go, get it nice and hot. But when you put them on there, we're gonna turn it down a little bit. But we'll show you all that when we get out there. But in the meantime, while this is getting up to temp, we're gonna start on some of our toppings that we're going to be using. All right, so the first thing that we're going to make is some guacamole. So here we have our Hass avocados. You can go ahead and remove that seed from out of there. You can even cut that off of there if you'd like. Cut it open, twist it off, that little piece right there. Just comes right out of there. Now, I personally cut the meat of the avocado before I take it out. Now, if you're doing guacamole, you want to find a nice, soft avocado, okay? Not overly ripe, but nice and ripe, okay? I'm gonna put it off in the bowl. Now, once you have all of that in there, let's go ahead and squeeze some lime off in there as well. All right, so now we're gonna add some tomatoes to it. Now, these tomatoes, it's just the skin. I went ahead and got the membrane and the inside out of these tomatoes, because we don't need all of that. We just want the skins and the taste of the tomato skins. So you just pour that off in there, and that's really, it's about how much you want. And some people don't even like tomatoes in their guacamole. Now, I have some red onions that we're gonna be using, just finely diced red onions, all right? And again, your preference on how much you wanna use, okay? All right, now we have our cilantro. I never cut my herbs until I'm absolutely ready to use them. And that's, in particular, that's the best thing to do when you're dealing with basil, because basil will turn black. But here we have some cilantro, and we'll just cut a little bit off of there. And we don't have to chop this fine. This is just a rough chop. So we're just using it for a topping. All right, and again, that's gonna depend on how much you wanna use, okay? Now, we got all of the ingredients in there, and all you need to do, get you a nice little fork, and just start mashing your avocados. I do like a chunky guacamole, so I'm not really concerned about smashing them all. And for this recipe, I think a chunky one will be better because it's going on top of a, it's going into a hot dog. You're gonna put a little salt in there. Put a little pepper. Give it another mix. And a little taste. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna take it out of this stainless steel pan because we don't want any chemical reaction with the lime juice in there. So I'm gonna put it in a glass bowl and put it in the refrigerator, have it ready for when we're ready to top off all of our hot dogs. All right, so the second topping is going to be creamy horseradish sauce. I made this a bit earlier so I could have it in the refrigerator so we can get nice and thick. So that's going to include some prepared horseradish. We're going to have some sour cream, some mayo, some Worcestershire sauce, some Grey Poupon mustard in there. Just stir it up and just, this is such a great sauce. And we'll show you how we're going to use that as well. And our next topping is going to be a beautiful stir fry. Now, we have orange, yellow, green, and red bell peppers along with some yellow onions that we're gonna stir fry up. I'm gonna try to get a little char on here. We don't wanna caramelize or anything. So it's important to have this pan really hot. So we'll just put some butter oil in here, not too much because these vegetables are gonna start creating some moisture inside of that pan. So I'm getting some smoke on this pan, so that means it is getting real hot. So we'll just go ahead, drop them off in there. Now the best way to char a stir fry like this is to kind of just leave it alone. Let it sit there for some time, of course keeping an eye on it, but let it sit there and it'll start charring, and you move it around and it, start charring other parts of it as well. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and get some salt on it. And some pepper. And we're gonna give it one little stir to kind of incorporate all of that seasoning in there. We'll add just a little bit more olive oil as well. Or butter oil, I'm sorry, not olive oil, butter oil. And we'll just kind of just let it sit here for a while, and it'll start charring up on its own. So they've just been sitting here for a few minutes. So as you see, once I move them, we're already getting some char. As you see there, we're getting some char on there. Some nice color is getting on here. So these are going to look absolutely beautiful once they're done. And you don't want to overcook them. You don't want to overcook them. If you just leave them alone, it'll get there faster. So you don't have to just keep them in there trying to obtain that browning, that color effect on them. All right, look here. Look at how beautiful that looks. Look at this nice coloring that we have on here. All right, we're done. We are absolutely done. Okay. All right, for this one, we're going to use, this is a combination of vegetable and canola oil. So we'll put some in here. Really doesn't make a difference for this one. We're just going to, it's kind of saute off, just kind of get the rawness out of these red onions. Just getting the rawness out of them. And we, just slicing these the long way, cutting an onion in half, slicing them the long way. Nothing too fancy. All right, let's turn this off. These are good. Put these back in the bowl that it came out of as well. Now we can turn this right back on. And then I'm going to use some more butter oil for this one. Now, one of the most popular toppings for a hot dog, sauerkraut. I actually love sauerkraut, but I like to cook it, you know, fry it or what have you, before I actually put it on my hot dog. All right, so and be careful because sauerkraut will pop, okay? As you can hear, it's starting to pop, so be careful. Once it starts to pop, that's when I say it's done. All right, so we can turn this off. All right. And again, we could just put it back into the same bowl that it came out of. Now the next one, we're going to saute some garlic and herbs together, but we're going to use some Kerrygold butter. And reason being, not a lot of solids in the Kerrygold. It's almost like cooking with clarified. Almost, not all the way, but almost. All right, so we'll take a little bit of this. So we'll put a couple of tablespoons in there. Go ahead, turn this on. Now, the Kerrygold has a really high smoke point. It's really hard to burn the Kerrygold, and that's why I'm using that in here with the garlic and herb. All right, so we'll go ahead and go in with our garlic, and then we'll put some herbs in here right along with it. Now, the herbs I'm using is basil, oregano, thyme, and parsley. All right. And we're just getting that harsh garlic taste off of this. All right, so let me show you this. This is all of the toppings that we're going to be using here. Of course, we have the horseradish sauce in the refrigerator. We have the guacamole in the refrigerator, a couple of the other condiments. But this is pretty much it, okay? So, I want to introduce you to Kinder's dipping sauce. This is black truffle and butter. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. So we're gonna go ahead and head outside and get these dogs ready. All right, fam, so we are on the patio. The next grill is a little past 300 degrees. Let's go ahead and put our delicious dogs on this grill. As you see, we got the beautiful grill grates. All right, so we have it on high, so we'll go ahead, turn them down a little bit. I only have 2 of the burners on. We'll just let these bad boys cook. Now, I know I said don't put the top down, but we're gonna put the top down just a little bit so all of it can start cooking, so we don't have to worry about any undone spots. All right. All right, that first turn is happening, coming along pretty well. Yeah, they are looking good. Man, I don't know how y'all feel, but I think these things are about done. They're looking good. Looking good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They are looking fantastic. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna give them just a couple of more minutes and I'll see you back inside. All right, so here we go, family. These things look absolutely amazing. We're gonna set these to the side and get this bread nice and toasted. All right, just some butter oil. And then I have some sub rolls. I wasn't quite sure what kind of bread I was going to use with this. All right, so I got the sub rolls. I think they should work out pretty good. Hopefully they don't break. If they do, I have some bigger hoagie rolls. I think those are too big though. I wanted to get the ones that were sliced on the top, but I thought those would be too small. We'll work with this and see what happens. So let's just let this get all toasted up. And then once that's done, we'll be back. So the time is here. Let's go ahead and assemble these bad boys. Look, I'm going to use a taco holder to assemble these things. I think that's the best course of action. And I'll just split these 2 off. We'll do the Nathans first. We'll do the 2 Nathan ones first. All right, so the first one is going to be guacamole on top. You're going to get the pepper and onions on top of that. This one's going to get some shredded cheese. And then this one is going to get some sour cream drizzled on top. We'll get that a little later. All right, so the second one is going to get some creamy horseradish on the bottom. Now, again, the Nathan's hot dog is going to go in that one. And this one, let me put it right here for a second, is going to get some banana peppers. And we'll go ahead, get all of the juice out of these banana peppers so they don't ruin the bread. All right, so once you take that little stem off there, you should be able to extract the water from out of there. All right, so you're just gonna pull that off, and then just get all that juice out of there. All right, so now this is going to get the banana peppers on the side here. And then we're going to get a pickle on the other side. And then on top, we're going to get some of that nice sauteed sauerkraut. And then we're gonna top this bad boy off with some tomatoes, just a tad of the red onions. And then we're gonna top that off with some spicy mustard. Now for the third and final. So this one is going to get the Big Sam Club hot dog. That fits almost perfect, man. All right, now this one is going to get nacho cheese. I forgot to tell you I had some nacho cheese. So this one is going to get some nacho cheese. And then this is going to get on top of that the sauteed garlic and herbs, the sauteed red onions. Well, look at this. We are ready to top these bad boys off. First, we'll go ahead and start with the sour cream. We'll get that on there. Man, this is beautiful. Let's just get into this taste testing. Pretty sure this is the hardest taste testing I've ever had to do in the 3-year history of this channel. But we're gonna fight through because I do this for you. Yes, you. So I cannot wait to get into this. I don't even know which one I'm gonna start with. But before I do, I just wanna ask you one thing. Go ahead and hit that like button. I know I should not even have to ask on this video because what I just done, you should have hit that a long time ago. But go ahead and hit it for me if you will, please, before you get out of here. And if you are not a part of this family and you want to be a part of this family, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to turn those notification bells on because that's the only way you're gonna be up to date with everything we come out with like this. So, man, I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna hit the one. I'm gonna hit this New Yorker first. I call this one the New Yorker with the pickle and the pepperoncino peppers and the sauerkraut, the onion, tomato, spicy brown mustard. Whew. We got the horseradish on the bottom of this one. All right, man. I know I'm gonna make a mess and make a fool of myself, y'all. Y'all forgive me. That's so New York right there. Man, I don't even know what the hell's going on in there. Man, there's a lot of nice flavors. Man, if New York or Coney Island or whatever had a taste, that's what it would be right there. All right, so the next one, I'm gonna call this one a fajito. The fajita dog. Yeah, fajita dog. So I got the guacamole, I got the charred peppers and onions, sprinkled on some of that triple cheddar cheese, and then hit it with that sour cream. This is definitely a fajita dog. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my God, this is so good. All right, put that back. Man, that's a good one. Now, here's the one I think is going to be my favorite. I'm gonna call this the steak dog. Yeah, you got the Wagyu, You got the bacon. You got the cheese, the nacho cheese with the garlic and herb, topped off with that sauteed red onion and that truffle sauce with the truffle butter sauce. This is cardiac arrest right here. And this is the big one. This is the Sam's Club hot dog, the big one. This is the steak burger here, or the steak dog. All right. Mmm. 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 If bougie had a flavor, that's it right there. That's definitely it. Look here, family. 4th of July is here. Suck it all in. Make you some notes like I did. And let's get everything popping. Because this year, we're doing it big. So family, until the next time we see you, whew, I'm gonna go ahead and get my bougie one. Until the very next video, as always, family, peace.